Yeah.
Here and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, you guys have been asking me so many times to do a step-by-step, very in-depth explanation on how I do my blending and how I go from dark colors to light colors. So I decided to do this look. It's very Mardi Gras, if you ask me. I really sat there and tried to explain how I get from the dark to the light and blend everything together. So I hope it makes sense to you guys and I hope it helps you. Today I am going to be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Alien palette. So yeah, this palette is just, it's good. It's so good. When it first dropped, I was like, what the hell, that color scheme, like no. But I actually freaking love it. So love this palette. I'm gonna be using this to do this look today, as well as some neon pigments, but we'll get to that in a second. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also that little notification bell. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you wanna see how I got this, I don't know, Mardi Gras alien look, then please keep on watching. So I've already primed my eye with my Louise base and I've applied some tape right here because I really want to keep this sharp. Now the first shade I'm going to go in with is going to be the green shade. I really always like starting with what's going to be my middlemost shade first. So the green shade is called Flying Saucer and I'm going to go ahead and put that in the crease area. So I'm going to pack that here, not necessarily blending it out just yet, just packing first and staying in the crease but still slightly above. So just really getting that in right there. And then once that's packed pretty well across the eyelid, I'm gonna go ahead and start blending that out. So I'm gonna use very gentle motions to just get that edge blended out. So I'm going left and right, left and right. Now the next shade I'm going to put above Flying Saucer is going to be the light green shade over here called Abduction. So it's like a yellowish greenish neon type of dealio. And I'm going to take a very fluffy brush, tap off the excess and place that right above. So again, packing that on first. I always really like packing before blending because it really gets the pigmentation fully there for you. And then once it's packed on, I'm gonna work it through with small circles, mixing it in with that first green shade. And then once the two are a bit blended together, I'm gonna go back in with the first shade, the dark green one, and just blend that in again. And for extreme blending moments like this, I am using circular motions. So there you have a nice seamless blended moment right there on the lid. So now I'm going to go ahead and go into the purple shade, which is over here called Area 51. And I'm going to use a more rounded type of brush. This is a Sigma E38 brush, so rounded here. And I'm going to use that and place it right in the crease right here and on the lid. So again, working in circular motions here. And I'm gonna blend it just so much that it's right underneath this dark green. You basically want it to look like each color just on its own changed into the next color. So that's kind of the point here with the blending. And then I knew that the purple would do this little patchiness right here, as almost every single purple does. I'm actually gonna go ahead and add black as the final color. So it's really gonna go from very dark to very light. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this brush here, which is a Morphe PK524. It looks like that. And I'm going to go into the black shade, which is right here. It's called Black Hole, and put that right below the purple shade. With black, you really wanna start with packing first because black could get a bit crazy. That is one black though. Wow, it's a good black shade. And then now that the black's all laid down, I'm gonna go ahead back in with the purple and just really blend everything together. And there you have it. So that is one of my gradient blends. I'm gonna zoom way in. So there you have it. No editing. That's how I do my blends. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to eyeliner. So I was sent this eyeliner. It's called the Call Me Unshakable High Pigment Waterproof Liquid Liner. And I was sent this by Mia Adora Beauty. So it looks like this. It's a little eyeliner pen and it looks like it's a felt tip. Yeah, it's a felt tip. And if you guys know me or if you watch me, you know I do not do felt tip eyeliner. I actually hate it, but it's not the worst. I think I hate gel liner more than I hate felt tips. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it and see if I like it, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a winged liner. All right, just zoomed in again. So I'm gonna start with the inner corner. All right, it's not bad, wow. I normally hate felt tip, but this one is working out well. With felt tip, I always gotta do short strokes like this. Whereas with liquid, I'm used to just dragging it over in one kind of motion, but this is not bad at all. And it's gonna look a little crazy because the tape's there, don't worry. It is very pigmented, as you can see. It's very, very black. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry down a little bit and then I'm going to actually add neon liner as well. All right, so to do the neon liner, I'm going to be taking these neon pigments by Shade Beauty. So I have a green one, a yellow one, and a purple one. And I'm gonna start with the yellow one first. So how I turn these loose pigments into liner is I'm just going to be taking some of my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, which is right here. And I'm gonna use a slick surface. So I just have this card from BoxyCharm. I'm gonna spray the surface with this setting spray and then take a small little liner kind of brush. This is actually an old brush from a NYX liner, and use that to mix the pigment with the setting spray. So I try to turn the texture obviously into something that would feel like an actual liner. So just mixing those two right now, like a little chemist. And then once I have some sort of consistency, I'm going to go ahead and put some on the eye. So I'm okay with accidentally going too low because I can fix that again with the black, but you really want to try not to go too high. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit before adding a second layer. All right, so now that that's dried down a little bit more, I'll go ahead and add some more. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean off the brush because I only have the one, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the same thing for the green shade. And don't worry, everything will be cleaned up because I know it's a mess right now, I know. And this is mostly on the tape, so don't worry, it's not tragic, I promise. And then lastly, I will go ahead and do the same thing with the purple shade. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry and then go over the transition from the green to the purple. And then now that everything's dry, I'm gonna go back in with the black liner and just clean up the underneath. So here it is with the black liner all cleaned up. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take off the tape because this is the moment of truth. I'm scared. Ugh. There we go. It's nice and clean, as I was praying and hoping for. So here is one eye with the blend and the liner. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera and the rest of my face and etc, 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 and you'll be able to see the finished look. So here's the final look, all complete with both eyes all done. So I freaking love the way this turned out. It's so blended and the liner looks so pretty. So I'm so happy with the results of this one. For lipstick, I used the Lime Crime Velveteen in the shade Raven, so it's like a dark purple shade, and in the waterline, I used Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Queen Bee. So I am so happy with how this turned out. I can't stop looking at it. I'm like, yes. By the way, about these little Shade Beauty pigments, I believe they're out of stock right now, but when they do come back in stock, you can use code BJ to save 10% off, but I freaking love them. Look how well they perform and how bright they are. So in love with them. I use them all the time, and yeah, very happy with them. For highlight, I also use the Tarte Cosmetics Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. So I got this in BoxyCharm, as you guys saw a few videos ago. So I used this for my highlight. I believe it's supposed to be an eyeshadow palette. Maybe it's an eyeshadow and highlight palette. I don't know, but I only use it for highlights, so that's what I used there. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. And if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, my handle is just bjmakeup, spelled out like this. And until next time, bye guys.